Idaho.
Did you send
What's
what we're talking about?
Yes, he did. What's up, guys? We're about to do our podcast, the first one of 2018. Whoop, whoop.
Coming from the Bone Studio.
Yeah, we're live in the Bone Studio today, so this should be fun.
Hope you've already broken your resolutions.
I hope we're not actually, like, on the air. I hope I have the bypass on.
Yeah, our other
You're
studio.
seeing behind the studio, so this is where I'm actually on the air. But you can do other things in the studio as long as the right buttons are pushed. Let's just hope.
Jimbo pushes my buttons all the time. Oh.
That's for sure. And you're dropping cuss words just in case we're on the air.
What? I didn't drop anything.
You did.
What did I say?
You said the S-bomb.
When?
Just now.
I said, thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Oh, it sounded
Appreciate
like
it.
it sounded like you said shh.
Appreciate it.
Shh. I won't finish that. I won't finish it.
Are you
All
really
right.
low on juice?
No.
Oh, yeah.
You're always low in juice.
I'm full of juice. I'm trying coffee now because I'm not a coffee guy. Doesn't do anything for me.
Hold on.
Don't
save
talk
that,
about it
save
yet.
That.
Don't talk about it yet.
It's not a resolution or anything like that.
It's just a necessity.
It's just
trying
to not get
I can
back
see
on the
Jimbo
5-hour
and me.
energy horse.
You can't see me?
John Cena is.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Squeeze the mic. Yeah, squeeze the mic.
Squeeze the mic.
Yeah,
he
right there
says.
should be good.
Close
If
enough?
you bring up your Facebook right there, you can probably see.
Okay.
Okay, are
Let
we
me
recording?
get this rolling. Yes, now we are.
We are?
Let's get it going.
Cool.
It's copyrighted.
It is. I'm imitating you.
Don't be a baby Huey stealing all my lines.
Oh.
It's like the talented Mr. Huey.
Oh.
He just steals my life.
It's already.
Wait, you didn't even steal my water
We
bottle.
haven't even officially started the podcast, and the ass talk is already
You ready?
going. Yeah.
Okay. What's up, everybody?
Woo!
Hey.
Thank you again for tuning in to this week's episode of the Other Guys Podcast. I'm Baby Huey, joined by Chasta.
Hello there.
And, of course, the awesome Jimbo.
Happy New Year, pals. Let's get it going.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's our first episode of 2018.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm still in shock that, it's now on the clock here, the calendar back here behind us. It says 2018 now. It's kind of
That's weird.
It's trippy.
It is trippy.
I'm just that much older now. That's how I view it.
You're that much older
We're
now.
3 years past now. We're Back to the Future Part 2 took place at.
Oh man, that's right. I remember when that was like the viral meme.
And Biff is president, so
Biff.
some of the movie turned out to be accurate.
And the Cubs won the World Series,
Fun.
but it was the year after, though.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, Jimbo's a White Sox
Don't
fan.
get him started, apparently.
Oh, but yeah, I missed you guys. I'm so excited. It's been about a month now since we did our last episode.
Why was that? Is that somebody had some time off in the month of December?
It seems like it.
Hashtag Delmore's
don't work in December. Do
But-
you know I said that multiple times on the air, by the way?
I'm glad.
I threw him straight under the bus.
Well, and here's the funniest thing. Chas, I haven't had a chance to
This
tell
is
you
right.
this. I told Jimbo this yesterday because I saw him after it happened.
Yeah.
So, as you know, yesterday we had Joe Satriani inside our Levi's Lounge doing
Right.
like a big Q&A promoting his new album and his show's G3 show at the Fox Theater coming up. And a bunch of listeners there. And so I popped in. I just wanted to check it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And so the listeners were all saying hi and stuff. And I'm sorry, I forgot the guy's name. But he came up to me and he says, first off, he says he loves all of our Facebook Live videos that we do.
Aw.
Everything. This is how much of a fan he is. He says, so how was your time off last month? I heard you don't work in December.
Yes, we love
It's
it.
true.
I was like,
That
oh
is
my
awesome.
God. Like, damn it. Jimbo is like turning all the boneheads against me now.
I made
spreading
a
the
simple observation, and it's nothing to be you don't work in December. I wish I didn't work in
Me
December.
too. Own it.
I was going to get t-shirts made for you guys and first episode of the New
Good
Year.
union man.
It's going to be a gift for you guys. But yeah, but like I said, I did miss you guys. I was on vacation the last 2 weeks in December, to be exact, for keeping score
How
on
much
it.
overtime did you accrue for those days in December that you actually worked? It's like Huey was like wasting away. You could see he's just like dragging himself across the finish line.
I need his agent, is all I gotta say.
Yes, I know.
Tommy?
Yes.
Tommy is
My
my
dad always says he wants to
Francisco.
represent me.
Yeah.
But no, it's so good to be back. I mean, it's the first week of the new year, and Happy New Year to everyone. So, Chasta, you and I were kind of discussing this yesterday. How much longer can we say Happy New Year?
I think it's only this week. I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bebo?
Yeah, I think that's about right. I was in all my Ubers. I'm telling them all Happy New Year and everything like that, and guests that we book on the shows. Thanks for coming on, Happy New Year. But it is that sort of like, when do you stop saying it? It's like, when do you start the Christmas music? When do you take down the tree? It's one of those age-old holiday questions. I think the first week.
I have specific rules about the Christmas tree goes up on the 1st of December, and it usually goes down the last day in December, but I was late this year.
We just took ours down.
I took mine down yesterday.
I took mine on Wednesday.
Oh,
I was so depressed because I was like...
Wait, Wednesday after Christmas?
No, this past Wednesday, on the 3rd.
I was like, damn, you were ready to be done with Christmas.
But
we were dragging it out. I was so depressed because I was like, oh man, it's officially over now.
Means I gotta go back to work. Back to school. But what if it's like somebody you see quite often, you haven't seen yet in the new year, and it's like the week after? Do you say Happy New Year?
I think that's acceptable. But you're talking about like Uber drivers and stuff. I think like that cuts off.
Yeah,
I give it 1 week.
It's a gray area.
After the 8th, I think it's like, okay, no more.
But
after a week, I mean, we've already bungled the year. It's not so happy anymore. It's over. The resolutions are done. Gym memberships are falling off.
Exactly.
You're back with your ex.
You're back with your ex.
It's just done. It's over.
Yeah.
Speak
You're
from
smoking
experience.
again.
No, I don't backslide, bro.
He has a very specific rule. Like, Jay does not backslide either. He's like, once it's done, it's done.
I don't play a venue more than once. I get banned. They ask me never to come back.
Oh! He does enough damage while he's there, apparently.
Good to know. Okay, I gotta keep track. Well, actually, this
Johnny
morning...
Cash at the Opry breaking the lights. Like, please leave. Don't ever come back.
Well, I was thinking of Lamont this morning. Like, I'm gonna use that line. Once you go fat, you know where it's at.
That is the best line I've ever heard.
We're jovial people.
Didn't they do a study a long time ago that says like fat people are like the best lovers?
Yeah, they actually did.
I mean, I think we're probably the best people to go out to dinner with
and keep you warm.
Keep
you warm at night.
It depends on what you define love as. I think like biological and biometric and health studies would probably fly in the face of whatever wives' tale, the fat people are the best lovers, just from a cardio aspect. I find that a little hard to believe.
What are you talking about, man? I'm Rick Flair. I can go all night long.
Oh, God, I can go all night long.
Dusty Rhodes had a few 60-minute, Ironman. Yeah, for sure. But he looked a lot more worse for wear than the Nature Boy did at the end of
That's true.
He did, So just from a cardiovascular sense, let's wait till the science comes out. Might be a little fake news.
Well, quick side note, we gotta give props to our boy Chris Jericho. He put on a phenomenal 30
performance of a lifetime
almost,
in Japan. It was like 38 minutes or
almost
something.
Almost 40-minute match against Kenny Omega.
Most importantly, it was another opportunity for you guys to post the picture where I was cropped to the F out again.
I told you, Jimbo. I told you yesterday she was gonna say something.
Of course, I knew when she liked it on Instagram that my goose was cooked. However,
okay.
If you go back to my Instagram timeline, the one I posted had your sweet, smiling, cherub, beautiful, gorgeous face.
It did. Okay, I'm gonna go check your work right now.
A woman misremembering the facts. How weird! Just to suit her own agenda and to start a fight.
No, so Chasta, yesterday, Jimbo.
Why are you single? I have no idea.
I see the world a little too clearly.
So Jimbo and I yesterday were recapping Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega's match over in New Japan, which was, I guess, technically...
No, it didn't.
On my timeline.
That's yours.
Way back. No, I'm talking about
back in October.
I'm talking about yesterday. So give me the facts, bro.
No,
wait a minute.
When it actually happened, in the moment, the air was filled with love and justice for all. It was all of us.
It is true.
It was.
Back in the day,
there was no cropping. When this was,
in October.
Chasta, how many Chris Jericho matches have you watched?
Every one of them. I have never missed one. One.
Okay, well, just a little backstory. Chasta, I haven't had a chance to tell you this because Jimbo and I had this conversation yesterday.
Okay, what?
So, yeah, we were talking about Chris Jericho's great match over in Japan, which happened Thursday morning. So by the time we all woke up, we were watching it throughout the day. And so I was like, I got our picture with him from Aftershock, and I was like, we should post this. And so
So you were like, make sure you post the cropped version. Is what
you're saying. Huey cycled through all the possible versions that we could post.
So when I had 4 photos, that I sent to Jimbo. One of all of us, the 3 of us with Chris Jericho and Rich Ward from Fozzy.
Right.
So it was that 5 of us there.
See, I even forgot he was there. That's how much you guys have cropped all of us out.
So, and then the next photo was just Jimbo, Jericho, and me.
Which is the one that was used, but whatever.
The next one was just Jericho and Jimbo. That's why I cropped it.
Okay.
And then the fourth one was just me and Jericho.
Oh my God.
So I said, Jimbo, here, I'll send you all these. You figure out which one you want to post to celebrate Chris Jericho's great match over in Japan yesterday. And so he's like, I'm going to post the one of the three of us.
It made the most sense to me.
All right, you know what? Next year for Christmas cards, we're sending out the other guys' podcast with the three of you. I'm not even going to be in it. So I'll be on the backside of the Christmas
So Jimbo's
card.
like, I'm going to post this one. I'm like, are you sure, Chas? Because I did it as a joke. I was like, Chas is going to call you out. I said, look, you cropped me out. And he's like, I'm going to do it.
He's like, I don't care about that bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I would never. I would never.
I told you, Jimbo, she was going to say something.
Chas, I'm sorry.
I'm going to make Christmas cards next year, and on the back is going to be just
It was
my
all
face.
Huey's idea.
It's going to be me cropped out of that picture. We're
Huey
like,
was
my arm
upset
is
about the
halfway in.
Delmores don't work in December thing. He's like, I'm going to show Chasta. Chasta's cropped out in January.
We need something
He made me do it. He thought that you'd go easier on me.
So
No.
I told you, Jimbo, she was going to call you out on
And
it.
I, honest to God, when I scrolled down, I was actually in bed last night going through, and I laughed out loud. I literally was like, oh my God.
When I saw that you liked it, I was like, oh boy. This is going to be a thing.
Real quick side note.
I did let you
Okay.
know.
Just, so yesterday Jimbo posted. I was like, okay, I'm going to post mine on my account. He's like, no, just repost it from my account. Give me
a little love, bro.
So,
Reshare. Come on, repost.
Exactly.
So I shared it from, so everyone who saw my photo on my Instagram, it had Jimbo's name in the photo. So he's getting some
The
advertisement
bromance continues.
to my listeners.
Yeah.
I'm going to repost the other one.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to crop it so it's just you and Chris.
I need one. We're
You
going to
should post
Photoshop
that
you
yourself,
out.
yeah. Just Photoshop your head on all of us.
That's what's happening.
So,
That has to happen.
but yeah, no. So
What's your
Oh my
favorite
God.
Chris Jericho match?
Yeah, the Japan one was amazing. That was amazing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good answer.
Against Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, that was for
SummerSlam.
sure. SummerSlam was amazing.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
She knows her stuff.
WrestleMania 19, bro.
That's what
Oh no,
I'm talking
Shawn
about.
Michaels and Hogan was SummerSlam. I'm sorry.
Damn it, you led me down the wrong path.
You know what? I should have cropped out Baby Huey too. All his knowledge.
Come to think of it.
That's right, WrestleMania
God.
19. They all blend together.
I was there, bro. Anyway, I feel like
Oh, you were?
yeah.
You know, on a quick side note, Jimbo and I are trying to make our way to this year's WrestleMania.
I
New
know.
Orleans.
We're working on it.
I really might have to go to that, not for
You should
WrestleMania,
come.
just for
Yeah,
New Orleans.
totally.
Like,
Seriously.
it's my favorite place
I've
in the
been
world.
looking at Airbnbs already and
Oh,
stuff
have
like
you?
that. and
What
there's-
month is it? March?
Yeah.
See?
No,
I
it's
know
the-
something
April.
about
First
wrestling.
weekend in
crap.
April.
Well, I was close.
First weekend in April.
Yeah.
Okay.
April
We're
Fool's.
looking at. Yeah.
April Fool's weekend?
Yeah. The following weekend, if I remember correctly, like the 8th.
That's my wedding anniversary, but
Oh,
whatever.
perfect!
Yeah!
Yeah, you guys can be celebrating.
Yes!
Right? We
It'd be
really
great.
might. We've actually been talking about going to New Orleans for our anniversary anyway, so.
Are you serious? Dude,
Yeah, we've done that before.
That's
We've spent New
perfect.
Orleans
Yeah, no,
there.
we'll do the wrestling thing in the morning while you guys do family
Yeah.
stuff, and then we can reconnect. And that'll be.
Dude.
Let's think about. We have
Let's
3
do
months.
that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm down.
We'll
Find a
look-
cheap Airbnb for us.
Yeah, there's actually some really good deals. out
Okay, yeah, we need it.
we really gotta make this work then.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, a quick side note. I just want to ask you guys: do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Oh God, I have a whole list of them. I'm that girl.
I don't really do resolutions. I feel, and this is not to besmirch anyone that does them, because Chasta, you're actually somebody that is a resolute person,
Yeah.
and actually it seems like she actually holds to things.
Yeah, thank you.
Me, I feel like a lot of people, myself included, if I were to be a New Year's resolutions person, that to me is a wait till Monday mentality.
Totally. Yep.
And so for me, is I try and take stock of myself throughout the years. If I need to make a change, be like, hey, we need to make a change. Don't wait for some arbitrary calendar date to do it.
And
just,
I actually
just do
agree
it,
with
to
you.
quote Shia LaBeouf.
I'm holding.
Yes.
I'm holding my phone up because I'm showing you. I have like a list of notes in my phone, and there's always like things to do. There's new goals. I set new goals about quarterly, I would say.
Okay.
I kind of split my year
that's
into
terrific.
a couple of parts, but the one that rolled around for January is I'm going to really stop looking at my phone first thing in the morning. That's what I really want to do. So
That's
I ordered an old school alarm clock. I did.
Nice.
But
I
it's
have
one
both.
that wakes up with nature sounds, and it like actually
That's
lights
what
up like
Finelli
the
has,
sun.
right? Does he have like a
Does
weird,
he?
He has
I
like
don't
a
know.
chiming one.
Oh, mine does chimes
Okay.
too. So it should come today. So I'm going to try to like plug this in another room. Mm-hmm. So I go to bed without looking at it, and it's not the first thing I look at in the morning.
That's really smart.
I'm going to try. So that's what we're going for. That starts as soon as my alarm clock gets here.
Gotcha. Okay,
yeah. What about you guys?
I'm actually, I want to start playing guitar again.
Oh, I didn't ever know you played guitar.
I have.
Neither did I.
How many songs do you know? I know one.
I just know the Green Day songs.
Well,
shocker.
Surprise.
But no, I have a bunch of guitars in my room, but they just collect dust on them. And during the Christmas break, I was cleaning up my room and I found an old DVD, How to Learn Guitar for Dummies.
Perfect.
So I was like, I was like, you know what? I should play this and like follow along and teach myself again.
Absolutely, you can get some latest that way.
I know. So I
know the musicians get the latest.
Oh yeah. Well,
speaking from experience over here.
No kidding.
I have a custom-made Strat that looks like Billy Joe Armstrong's guitar.
God, you're a mega fan.
I have a Gibson Les Paul. What else? I have an old Strat. Fender Bullet guitar. It's one of those like beginner guitars that you get. That's like my first guitar my parents got me when I was like in high school.
Man, I thought we knew each other through and through. I had no idea.
Let's see, what else do I have? Those are the main three I have. I have another Gibson guitar, but that's all signed by the guys in Metallica, so I don't actually play that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. It would be in a glass case with a light on it.
It's still in the cardboard box.
Did you steal that from here? How did you get that? Seriously.
Well, okay, so remember, God, it's almost 10 years ago now, Record Store Day, Metallica did a signing at the Rasputins in Mountain View.
I remember that.
I went down there to cover it, to film listeners and stuff. They signed some stuff for me. They signed like Master of Puppets album, all that stuff. And then I was talking to one of their reps at the time, and so that same rep, I got to know her. Jump ahead, when they played San Jose, Lamont and I and Sully went backstage to interview Lars. We were talking to her, and she says, if you guys ever want something signed, we can send it to us, and we'll get it signed. So Lamont and I ran to Guitar Center the following week, bought guitars. We sent it to them, and like a month later, they sent it back all signed.
Dude, that is sick!
So that's another reason I love Metallica. They went out of their way to sign guitars for Lamont and I.
That's a big deal. I gotta make that happen somehow.
Yeah, it's awesome. Really cool. So yeah, that's my big thing. Make me learn guitar. I mean, of course I can say like, oh, be healthy and all that stuff. That's like the obvious.
But you're gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, Bimbo? I gave him a bag of Shakeology as his Christmas
present. I saw it in his office. I wanted to steal it.
So we're all three on board.
I had one just a few moments ago. I feel all energized now.
Yeah, get a little bump off.
I need to be better about doing that.
It's like healthy cocaine.
Yeah, it is. It
really
is. Legal.
Legal, healthy cocaine. That's what it is. I'm sure they love that.
Yeah. Actually, quick side note, I was going to say.
Yeah, I know, right?
I agree with you, like, not look at my phone first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was, when the earthquake hit.
Oh, God.
I flipped over, looked at my phone, and was looking at everyone's responses already, like, hey, did anyone feel that earthquake? It's like, we all felt that earthquake.
I was that person, too, and I'm never that person. I posted, and I was like, crap, I was just that person. Like, oh, I felt the earthquake. And
Jimbo.
Yeah, you were like, it was under your bed.
It was great.
You were like,
rattle and roll. It was fun. I wanted to go again.
Like, I'll stay alive.
I was having trouble sleeping, so I was wide awake for it too. And
you were?
I saw Lion-O and Mum-Ra from Thundercats start rumbling on my dresser, and I was like, "Here we go! It's the rapture!
He isn't coming!" Oh my God, that's amazing.
By the way, so Lamont this morning, he was telling me, man, I love that photo Jimbo posted of the guy sitting on the other guy.
Oh, Earthquake from WWF.
I had to explain it to him. Well, no, that's Earthquake, the wrestler, and he posted right after the earthquake. He's like, oh, okay. He didn't know the connection.
He gave me the laugh reaction on Facebook anyway. That's all that counts.
That's all that you care about.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I made Lamont laugh. I did something right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
But so I'm glad, Jimbo, you survived. It was funny. Like, Jimbo moves into the East Bay, and within 6 months, he has an earthquake under him.
Bimbo brings the action.
That's
I
right.
think that's the bottom line.
Shake it up, you know?
Yeah.
Shakeology, earthquakes, shaking, everything.
Sure, AJ wasn't at work that night?
AJ was working on some ladies, probably.
Oh, yeah.
That's really what happened. Well, I'm glad you survived.
Oh, yeah. Great fun. Like I said, wanted to go again. I hope nobody got hurt or lost anything valuable.
I think we're good there, yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank God.
But no, overall, though, the holidays, Chasta, it was good for you. I know we talked about it a little bit on our Facebook Live video.
Yeah,
this week.
it was not nearly as long as I wanted of a break because Bimbo, Jimbo, and I work in December, so I only had a couple of days. I only had a couple of days off, so it was a very quick trip to Oklahoma. But it was nice. Yeah, it was good. And I totally hate to be a bummer, but I actually have to step out. I have a meeting in 2 minutes. If the meeting is short, I'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, let the good people at Shakeology know how much I appreciate their stuff.
Yeah, legal cocaine. I'll let them know.
Yeah. Well, I think the listeners tuning in right now, Jimbo and I, we should recap our holidays because Jimbo's a great
I already told mine on Facebook Live, so you can see it there.
But I really enjoyed Jimbo's Christmas story, what you did with your dad that day.
Oh, it was really one of the best Christmases I've had in a long time. And I always enjoy Christmas. Christmas is the holiday of holidays to me in terms of, I think it's vastly better than Thanksgiving, but whatever your personal preference is.
I agree so too. Like, to me, Thanksgiving's like overrated.
Yeah.
Christmas is better.
Christmas is where it's at. It's the name on the marquee. It's the main event. It's going on last.
It's the Shawn Michaels.
It's closing the show.
Yeah.
So, because of my work with the Warriors, and we are the greatest team in sports right now. That's true. Christmas in the NBA is sort of like the unofficial start of the real regular season. It's when things are kicking. They've really marketed it as sort of like, hey, this is when the games really start to count. Teams are rounding into form and everything like that, and they have the marquee matchups on Christmas Day. So, that being said, it's Warriors Cavaliers on Christmas for the third year in a row.
I think so, yeah. At least. Because originally the Warriors and Clippers would play because they would usually be the last game of like the time difference. Because like there's 5 games throughout the day, so they're always with the 5th one because they're on the West Coast. So it was always either Clippers, Warriors, or the Lakers and Warriors. But now it's at Cavaliers.
Yeah, so it's Warriors, Cavs, and so I'm going to be up in the Bay Area working it because it's at home.
What's that like? Working on Christmas.
I know you don't know what it's like to work past December 7th.
Yes.
Much less on the 25th, a holiday. But that's sort of the lot in our life for real broadcast professionals, is that we work a lot of holidays. But so my family's down in Monterey, which is not too far, but I had to be up for the game. So I sort of hatched my scheme that I was going to have my dad come up. The day before, we'd have our Christmas on Christmas Eve in San Francisco, which we did. And that was really nice. We stayed at a hotel in the city at the Handlery. We got the Candy R package, so be sure to check that out. Mention my name. Maybe they'll pass a few shekels my way. Who knows? But the real special part about Christmas for me was that I got to bring my dad to the game with me, not just as a fan, but I got to bring him with me, sort of like bring your dad to work style on
Shadowed
Christmas.
You?
Yeah, so I hooked him up. I got the good people of the Warriors hooked him up with a nice little credential, which meant no one would hassle him as I brought him around with me. So he could come in early with me and everything like that. And so I brought him around to all the stuff I did pregame and everything. Like he met R.C. Davis, the great producer for the Warriors. He met Tim Roy, the voice of the Warriors. He met Jim Barnett. So he met Kareth Burke, and I took him to like Coach Kerr's pregame press conference and was just showing around, introducing all the people in Oracle I knew, and he was so overjoyed by the whole experience. It was really a special thing. And then so one of the cool moments pregame, my dad's a huge Jim Barnett fan. And as many Warriors fans that watch them on TV love Jim Barnett. And my dad for years has been such a Jim Barnett fan. First time meeting him, and it's right after Kerr gets done with his pregame comment. First of all, Steve Kerr, as he walks in the room for his pregame press conference, sees me in my green Ric Flair "Woo is how I say Merry Christmas" sweater, and Coach Kerr just sort of chuckles and goes, "That's a great sweater." And
so he called you out on it.
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly. And keep going. My dad was like, "Oh my God, like Coach Kerr liked your sweater." Like, he's never seen me in the Warriors environment really, so he's kind of, marking out a little bit. And then Jim Barnett sits right next to us, as he does, like, sit next to me a lot in the pregame press conference. And right after, I'm like, "Hey, Jim, this is my dad, Robert. He's such a big fan. I really want to introduce to him." He's like, "This is your dad?" He's like, "Jiminy Crickets, he thought he could have been your brother. He looks so young." Like, Barnett was like marveled at how young my dad looked, and and like they really hit it off. They talked for 5 minutes or whatever, and just like really hit it off. And I took my dad over to where Coach Tyronn Lue was talking and stuff, and then Jim Barnett even remarked in the game, he's like, "Boy, that was just so great meeting your dad. Like, I got to hang out with him next time I'm in Carmel," and stuff like that. And it was really cool. And then one of the really, really special moments was I took my dad up to my seats, which are in the upper bowl and everything like that, and he was going to be sitting by himself. And the security guard, who always works with him, I don't want to call anybody out, but basically he's like, "Hey, where's your dad at?" And I was like, oh, I took him out to my seat at the upper bowl. He's like, no. He's like, we have some special seats set up today. He's like, bring your dad back down here. Like, we'll put him in one of those seats. So he had an awesome seat for the game and got to enjoy a great game on Christmas, Warriors Cavaliers. I mean, it was awesome. And I took him down to the post game, so he got to see Draymond and Durant and everybody do their thing post game too. It was really, really cool, very special.
I was gonna say, so for anyone who doesn't know that's listening, Jimbo has an amazing view every home game. So you sit where the radio broadcast is at, so it's elevated and it's right past like that 100 section.
Yeah.
So, but it's right before you go up into like the suites and the.
Yep. And my dad was sitting in front of us, so he sort of had a better seat than we did.
so I'm just saying, like, so you're elevated, so you can kind of see everyone over everyone's head, but you see perfectly down at the middle of the floor. So
yeah, right in mid-court.
Yeah, it's a great view. So I'm awesome that your dad had that awesome view for the whole game. It's a big game, Christmas Day. So it wasn't very much your dad proud of his son day for himself.
It was, but the thing about that, I'd say, not to get too sappy, is that he was very proud of me, but I am so much... Like, I'm so proud of him, and I was so happy to show off my dad to all those people I work with in the building. Like, I am super proud of him. Like, we're best friends.
Yeah.
And so it was really cool for me to give him that experience. So it is that sort of Christmas cliche, it's better to give than receive, because him having that experience is the best gift I could have hoped for on Christmas. I was so just blown away by how perfectly everything went. Mm-hmm. And then we rode down to Monterey after that, and I spent Christmas night with my mom, which was really special. We watched a bunch of old movies that I had gotten her for Christmas and stuff like that. And so it was a really great Christmas.
That's good. No, glad to hear. It's for me, my Christmas joy was, of course, watching all the basketball games, and of course, looking for you in the crowd on TV.
It was pretty easy to spot.
Yeah, so post game, after the game's over, you and your big green sweater, Ric Flair sweater, stood out easily. So when Durant's being interviewed, you're standing there on your phone.
I was texting R.C. Davis.
And then I was trying to get photos of you, and I posted one good shot I was able to get on you.
Apparently, I was like all over the game. Just like the green blob moving through the thing is, like, it was that way 2 years ago too when they were at home, because I wore the same Christmas sweater. Jaron Collins and I wooing in the tunnel pregame, like Ric Flair. It was great.
No, it was a lot of fun. Christmas, like I said, Christmas is my favorite holiday too. It's just, in general, it's just that first week off for me. It's great because you're in the Christmas spirit, enjoying the cold weather. But what sucks, I get super depressed on December 26th.
Why?
Because like Christmas is over and we still got the rest of the month. It's like a weird fog haze.
You're not working.
But still, it's like everyone else is busy or out of town or working. So it's like I felt alone at home. Like I'm sitting there, like I'm just trying to catch up on TV shows. No one's available to do anything.
Yeah, it's great.
But I want to go out and do something.
Binge watch stuff. Yeah, we'll go out,
I finished Punisher. That was the only thing I really accomplished.
I haven't even finished one episode of that.
You got to watch it. You really enjoy it. The second half is badass.
I've heard some things about the story that I don't agree with, but I digress.
It makes up for
it. You're depressed the day after Christmas?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's like, oh, okay, now from here on out, we got like this cold weather, but nothing to kind of holiday fever to tie into it. So festivities.
Maybe it's different for me because my family's not in the Bay Area exactly. Yeah. Is that I really like the following days too. I mean, now granted, the Warriors had another game on the 27th, so I could only stay the 26th. Yeah. But it was almost nice because then you can, for me, because I was down in Monterey, I could catch up with friends I haven't seen, briefly, and just still catch up with the family without the pressure of the holiday on,
Mm-hmm.
Not so much that we have to do this because it's Christmas kind of deal.
Well, then also for me, because then after that, what's the next big thing? It's New Year's. And to me, I think New Year's is the most overrated holiday event, wherever you want to call it.
Right up there with St. Patrick's Day.
I'm Irish, so I'm a little biased to
You're
that.
Irish.
Yes.
You grew up there?
I've been to Ireland once.
Okay. Yeah.
On St. Paddy's Day.
You're Irish.
Yes. But I'm just saying, to me, New Year's is such an overrated event. Like, people make a big deal, like, oh, we got a party. I always say it's amateur night.
It is amateur night.
Yes, I really think so. I think everyone who shows up, it's all it is. It's just like people who don't normally party, they go all out that night, and so they make bad decisions. They're puking everywhere. I just think New Year's is such an overrated event.
It is an overrated event. It's always we're gonna have the best time on New Year's. we're gonna pay like $60 cover to be nuts to butts with people that I don't want to be around, and like paying even more for drinks. And like, who needs it? And especially as a dude, men are pariahs on New Year's Eve.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't want us anywhere near the bars and stuff like that. So we pay through the nose, and for what? The only way to do New Year's right is to go to like a house party or something like that. Like, well, one of my buddies, Chris, he every year would have a really kick-ass New Year's party, not the one that you know.
Okay, I was going to say, was there pizza involved?
No,
okay,
but he does go to that. But every year he has this really great New Year's party that I love because, I mean, one, it's with a lot of old college friends and stuff like that. Okay. So it's like you're actually catching up with friends and everything. There's no pressure. It's all, everything's provided for. It's in this contained environment.
Yeah.
But also, and maybe the best thing, he makes me DJ. What? Every year, he hands me his phone, or lets me plug in my phone, and I had a whole New Year's playlist ready to go, and so I'm controlling the music at this party, and that to me is the greatest compliment any friend has ever paid me and ever could possibly.
Tommy would love to do that. Tommy would love to show off his music taste.
See that? Yeah. So I think it was. So I was, but he didn't have it this year.
Okay.
So I was sort of a man without a country this year on New Year's Eve. So I was a Ronin.
Well, and here's my other thing is I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm fortunate enough with the job that we have. I'm able to experience a lot of fun events throughout the year. So it's almost like I'll just take it easy that night. I'll just chill out. I mean, there was and plus, honestly, a lot of my friends, a lot of them either have girlfriends or wives now, or kids, so a lot of them are all just chilling with their own respective families. And so honestly, I got no invites to anything cool going on. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stick at home and hang out and just take it easy. And then the best part was, my dad's like, hey, I got a firecracker I want to set off. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking it's one of those just little flare fire ones.
Yeah. What was it?
The fire. It's like the ones you get in.
I thought you got one of those the snakes.
Yeah, it's like one of those simple. I was like, oh, okay.
A sparkler.
Yeah.
You get a Roman candle.
That's what I thought. So, and then he goes outside and he's like, hey, I said, I'll film it. And so he sets it off and he starts running, and all of a sudden it goes boom way up in the sky, and I was like, oh my God. And then it goes boom, explodes. It's like something you see at an Oakland A's firework night.
And then Trump tweeted about North Korea's nuclear button.
And then it set off my car alarm, and I didn't have my keys on me because I thought it was going to be one of those small ones. I was like, I don't need my car keys. So I had to run inside and get my car keys to stop my alarm. But I was like, I don't know how my dad got this huge firework. What is it called? Craters or mortars. That's what it is. Mortars. I don't know how he got one of those. But anyway,
it was awesome.
I was super surprised, but I'm like, Dad, be careful. I don't want to him lose a finger or something like that. But anyway, but nonetheless, it was a very fun couple weeks off. But I could easily done 2 more weeks off. I was enjoying staying up late, sleeping in, all that stuff. So I was, by all means, I wanted to keep enjoying the time off.
Must be nice.
Yes, I know, absolutely. So for everyone listening right now, let us know what how's your holidays and all that stuff. So Jimbo, I don't know. I feel kind of weird, kind of talking still without Chasta here. I don't know. Maybe should we wrap it up early, or I got one goofy story here. But
whatever you want to do, baby. Huey, the world's your oyster. You call the play.
This is the first. You and I doing a podcast just together. Well, we've done interviews together, but I mean,
we've done just ourselves, haven't we? I think we've done a couple.
No.
Before Chasta was a regular, and
we had other people in there too, in the room and stuff like that.
We've never done just a 2-man?
Exactly, correct. We never have. All right, well, fine. We'll do this story because I'm curious for your perspective, and then we'll call it a day after that.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
I'm fine. I was sure. I'm comfortable. So anyway, okay, I found this one group.
It's not going to change our relationship. We'll still be the same afterward, you know? You don't have to call me the next day or anything like that. It's fine.
Okay. So I found this great
Maybe
story.
Text, just see how I'm doing. Like a little kiss emoji or something.
So I got this story here that I laughed out loud. So this guy broke into an evidence room undetected and took back his bike that the cops took from him. So out in Provo, Utah. Do you know Provo, Utah?
No.
I've actually been to Provo, Utah. It's right outside Salt Lake City.
Why would you go to Provo, Utah?
My dad, at the old ink company he used to work for, they would send him out there, like their sister facility was out there, and so he would have to go like once in a while to help out with that building work-wise. And so sometimes, and it was crazy, like he would actually stay for like a couple weeks on end working out there. And so my mom, Tommy, and I, we took a Greyhound bus out there and spent, I think, like a few days with him, and then we took the Greyhound back. So that was a fun trip, interesting trip. But so I've been to Provo, Utah. It's extremely boring out there. I mean, like, you couldn't do anything. It was just snow.
No caffeine.
No, exactly. All that stuff. And I was a little kid, so I was just bored out of my mind. But I've actually been to Provo, Utah. But so this guy broke into the police office's evidence room. Apparently no one caught him, and he took back his bike. So this was earlier this week. So he somehow...
Why did they take his bike?
So they found him and arrested him again. So what happened was he was a 37-year-old guy named David Elwin Snow. And so back on December 18th, he snuck into the evidence room. He wanted to get his bike back. And somehow no one found him. And so this guy sounds like could be like a spy or something, or a ninja.
Maybe the Provo Police Department aren't the most crack police force in the United States. It's also a possibility.
But so with that being said, I just wanted to ask you, what is your one possession that you would plan? Almost, it feels like the movie Ocean's 11.
Yeah, the original with Frank Sinatra, right?
George Clooney, Julia Roberts.
No thanks. Pass twice.
Anyway, so that you would plan an Ocean's 11 style robbery to get it back. So, like, what's one thing that you own that if someone took it, you would plan an all-out Ocean's 11 style attack to go get it back?
Probably my Warriors championship rings. Those things are a part of the Kincaid family legacy at this point. I hope they will endure long after I'm in the ground. So
okay.
Those are things that those are a couple that I would definitely go back for. I also have a really awesome, my Frank Thomas cardboard cutout would be one. I definitely want to get that.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything pro wrestling related that I would go on a heist for. I've got a lot of great wrestling memorabilia, but I'm trying to think if there's anything that I could.
I mean, for me, as I mentioned earlier, I do have that Metallica signed guitar by all four members.
Incredible.
So I would go all out to make sure I would get that back. I don't really have anything major Green Day stuff signed from them. I've been fortunate when I hung out with them. I just keep it cool.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything signed by them yet. I'm working on it. At some point, hopefully, maybe they'll work out. But I'm trying to think, what else did I have? I mean, probably that Metallica guitar. I'm trying to think.
Certainly wouldn't break into the police department for a bike.
Yes.
Like that. What? I mean, look, I don't know this guy's situation. Maybe he needs the bike to get to work and stuff like that. I don't know. But, come on.
I know. Okay, so you got the Golden State Warriors rings. I got my Metallica guitar. I'm trying to think anything else. Ooh, actually, this is my brother. I'm just thinking out loud for Tommy. Is we do have a book signed by Muhammad Ali.
Oh, yeah.
We have Muhammad Ali's autograph. So I know for him, he would probably go all out to get that back. That's his all-time favorite boxer. So I'm trying to think anything else.
I have a Stan Lee signed comic book, but it's like of a newer comic book, so I almost don't revere it because it's not a Stan Lee comic. It's just a Marvel comic that Stan Lee signed.
Oh, well, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think anything else in our house. It's pretty cool. I've been lucky. I mean, Metallica signed albums. I mean, I've been lucky to get some other people's autographs here over the years and stuff like that. So probably one of the autographs. But yeah, that's probably the gist of it. So anyone listening right now, please let us know. Is there anything, what's your most prized possession?
My Shawn Michaels shirt, I lost my virginity. It's a prized possession for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, HBK.
But I'm trying to think anything else. Let's see. We don't have Jericho's autograph. We didn't get autograph.
No, you see, but I was going to say the great thing about our line of work and sort of our experiences and what I really value. And I know it sort of defeats the purpose of this guy that stole his bike. But the great thing about the position that we're in is that all the things that I have that I really value are the memories of actually meeting these people and interacting with them, and like the photos which exist digitally and stuff like that. That we got these great experiences beyond anything great materially. Mm-hmm. And so that's really what I value in terms of those types of things.
Well, I was going to say,
I'd rather have a handshake and get to tell somebody how much they've meant to me than an autograph or anything like that. Like case in point, when Super Bowl was in Santa Clara and we did Radio Row downtown. So I'm a huge Kurt Warner fan. I know 49er fans don't want to hear that, but I think Kurt Warner is one of the most inspirational athletes of all time. And as somebody that, it's not the easiest road to get into this business and stuff like that. And he had a really difficult road in his career. And I really did look to him for inspiration several times when I thought maybe I wasn't going to catch on or things like that. And so because he's worked with the NFL Network since retiring and everything like that, was at Super Bowl Radio Row, and he'd come through KBR and everything like that. So when he was done interviewing with the great Gary and Larry, Gary Radnich, a legend in his own right, when I got to stop Kurt and say, hey, Kurt, thanks so much for that. Like, I really have to tell you, like, how much you've meant to me, how much you've inspired me in my life and everything like that, and just, like, God bless you, and just thanks so much. So I got to thank him. And he was really appreciative, and it was very cool to get to sort of shake his hand and just say that, So that meant a lot.
Cool, no, that's really cool. I mean, I got to do that with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's the experiences more so than is anything like tangible in your hand.
Especially in today's world, the social media world that we live in now. I think like autographs used to be the sign of like accomplishment that you got to meet someone.
Yeah,
it's not. They're not as valuable. I think it's the photo with someone that's more.
Yeah.
Like, I think people use that as a bragging tool.
Well, now I think the autograph thing, too, is that people assume you're going to sell the autograph. The autograph online.
I've never sold any of my stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I've never been into wanting to buy a signed anything either. Like the Stan Lee signed comic thing was just given to me, which was a really nice gift. But it wasn't, I'm just not an autograph nut.
No, okay. Well, I see that. I'm trying to think anything else like that. But, I mean, you're right. I think for even like WrestleMania 3 years ago, you got to tell Charlotte Flair how much her dad's match with Shawn Michaels meant, and it got her.
Made her cry.
Yeah, you made her cry, and so that was
to a lot of ladies.
That was a great week. I mean, we got to talk to a lot of wrestlers, and our big thing is when we talk to wrestlers, we always thank them at the very end for just what they've done for the business, because we know how hard of a industry it is to work.
I've not met the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels yet.
We'll work on it.
I want to meet Vince McMahon, Shawn Michaels, and Ric Flair are the three that I still need to meet. I know you interviewed Nature Boy, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
Vince is number one on my list of all people. I just want to shake his hand and say thank you.
Absolutely. And then, well, hopefully we'll see. If we get to WrestleMania this year, that might be kind of a cool opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Never know.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to think anyone else that's cool that like was really approachable and stuff like that.
So I would break into the police department to rescue Vince McMahon.
Yes.
In short, I would break him out of jail.
That's good. I like that. Well, on that note, I think wow, we've gone a lot longer than I thought we would. So let's go ahead and wrap it up today's edition of the Other Guys podcast. I know there's a lot. I got to get ready. I got to hurry up and finish a bunch of stuff.
I know you're probably exhausted. Just. Probably haven't gotten your work legs back under you.
No, this first week back's been hell. It's been tough trying to go to bed at night.
Yeah.
Like, going to bed at 10 o'clock, it's tough. I'm used to staying up to like 2, 3 in the morning at night.
Making sure your email signature's up to date and everything like that. It's rough, bro.
I know, it's very rough. But tonight is, I hope to get this podcast up today so that way what I'm about to say makes sense for everyone listening.
Perfect.
But
bet on yourself, baby Huey. What's tonight?
But people are watching on Facebook Live as well. So tonight at Slim's, Chasta, Lamont Taylor have been all talking about it all week, is State Line Empire's big show at Slim's. It's going to be Feather Witch, Zed, State Line Empire, and on off.
That's a kick-ass show.
Tonight at Slim's, Friday, January 5th. So if you're listening to this on the 6th or the 7th, it's old news now. But go to slimspresents.com to get your tickets. I'll be out there, so I got to hurry up and finish my stuff, go home, take a little nap, and come back to the city.
What time's the show?
Doors at 8, first band at 9. State Line Empire goes on at 10. So it's going to be a kick-ass show. I know, Jimbo, you're going back to the motherland this weekend. The Shire.
Cross country.
Yes.
Shoot, I'd really like to go, though.
Can you do both?
I'll think about it. I'll see if I can work that. But yeah, that'll be a kick-ass show.
It will be. Lamont says he's actually going to go, which we have bets if he's really going to show up or not. And Zach said he's going to come.
Nice.
So apparently, it's Chasta and I are calling this the official, unofficial Bone, like, kick off the New Year party.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I hate to miss that.
I know. So it's.
Tomas going?
I don't know yet. He hasn't said if he wants to go or not. So we'll see. It's up in the air right now. It'll be fun if you can go, because we recreate like what we did back in November for the Stone Foxes show. We're celebrating Jay's birthday tonight as well.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Jimbo, anything you want to plug, promote?
Yeah, my social media, which you shared on your Instagram at bimbo.jimbo. I should really know that by now. Bimbo.jimbo on Instagram, at James Kincaid on Twitter. That's Kincaid, the proper Scottish spelling.
Great restaurant in Oakland that I got a gift card or gift certificate in the mail.
But mostly bimbo.jimbo on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I do want to give a plug. For everyone listening right now, go get the Best Damn Nerd Show's latest episode.
Thank you.
Please, it's it was the first one in like 3 months.
First one in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy and everything like that.
It's all good.
With Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
It's an hour and a half spoiler review of the movie.
Yeah.
And I listened to the whole thing. I was actually organizing my comics when I was listening to it and doing some cleaning in my room. So I had my phone on and it was just playing on in the background.
You're a sweetheart, baby.
But honestly, like, I wanted like to do a spoiler review with you and me do one. But honestly, I think you guys covered everything perfectly. I was like, I can't do it justice. Like, so
that's at the BDNS on Twitter. Then
yes.
Go to bestdamnnerdshow.com. You can subscribe to us on iTunes
yes.
and all that good stuff. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I think everything, it's a very honest, comes from the heart, sincere, and very truthful review of Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I think,
spoiler alert, it was not good.
From Jimbo's point of view, that's put it out there. So, and I'm Baby Huey. Follow me on Facebook at Baby Huey Official, Twitter and Instagram at Baby Huey83. For everything else, including this podcast, 1077thebone.com. Subscribe to 1077 The Bones podcast on iTunes and Stitcher, especially because if Jimbo and I got any future wrestling interviews coming up, you want to be on top of things there. Actually, if you go back, listen to our interview with Chris Jericho from a couple months ago. That's up there. So he's big in the news right now with his amazing match from over in New Japan. So everyone else, have an awesome rest of the week and weekend whenever you're listening to us. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Happy New Year, pal.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead and say it. You can say it.
No, it's all right.
Come on, pal.
It's past now. I've been saying that to Uber drivers, though, and guests.
No
Happy New Year, pal.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay. Gonna stop right now. All right, everyone. Hey, thanks for listening. I know you're watching on Facebook Live right now.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
How do we do? Do we sound okay? I know it was a little interesting without Chasta.
We sounded great.
Oh, totally. First one of the new year. Get back onto, what you said, working legs.
What if that went out all over the air? Be great.
People are calling.
What's going on? These two idiots are talking over poison.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks again for listening. All the comments up there. I'm going to try to respond to some of them right now. But, hey, thanks again for tuning in. Remember, Slims tonight. Big show. State Line Empire on off. Zed, Feather Witch. SlimsPresents.com will be out there. So, first drink's on you. And,
How generous.
Have an awesome rest of the weekend. Talk to you later.